This is crazy. There is a TV anchor on a very well-known TV station, WRGB, up in Albany. I'm familiar with the TV station. So WRGB is the CBS channel. It's CBS 6 in Albany, New York. And one of their well-known anchors, Heather Kovar, was doing the weekend news, and she's like slurring and rambling through the entire newscast. And all of a sudden, people are posting videos up on Twitter and social media, and they're saying, what is wrong with her? Is she like drunk? Is she on drugs? What's going on?
So this was Saturday?
This was over the weekend. It was, I believe, it was Saturday.
Yeah, 7/9/22. I just pulled up the video.
Yeah. So
what time?
Saturday, it was like the 6 o'clock news.
She went to a party before or something.
CBS 6 News at 6 o'clock. The full episode is on YouTube from Saturday.
Wasn't that usually a thing where the newscasters, they do the news until like 4 and then they go have dinner and get drunk and go back and do the news?
Well, listen,
usually it's the gap between 6 and 11.
There you go.
There was a local male anchor that was known for the imbibing in the middle of. So you get off the air at 6:30, and then you got to come back for the 11. And there was a local male anchor for years in the Tampa Bay market that was known for apparently putting a bunch back in between newscasts.
Oh, wow.
So,
find him at 4 Green Fields in downtown between the 6 and the 11.
All right. So this is the audio. This is Heather Kovar, CBS 6, WRGB TV, out of Albany, New York. And she's just rambling, and she's like stumbling. She's slurring her words. I've got 5 different cuts. You got to hear this stuff. All right, so here's the first one.
Massive explosion and large fire at a One Oak plant in Medford, Oklahoma. It's the location of a natural gas terminal.
Now, is
she? I mean, she has.
Hold on. Is she like trying to read the prompter here? Well, yes.
I can already tell. I think what she's doing is I think they put the graphic up. So she's trying to take the information from the graphic and put it into complete sentences. I think that's what she's trying to do. That sometimes they do that. They'll have your whole script.
Well, hold on.
But then when you go,
are you saying that's what's wrong with her?
I've just heard a little snippet.
No,
no.
Don't jump to conclusions here. Here's more.
Developing now, we're learning of a massive explosion and large fire at a One Oak plant in Medford, Oklahoma. It's the location of a natural gas terminal that moves natural gas through Kansas and Texas. You see, massive underground stores of gas are at risk. Evacuations have been ordered for the town of Medford, Oklahoma, with unknown fatalities. Injuries injuries are unknown at this situation. All right, so, hello, good afternoon. Like I was telling you this morning.
Oh my God! How do they let this go on?
Well, is there not somebody in the control room?
Like, that's the other point.
Like we're talking this about.
It happened for the whole half hour.
Oh my God!
What is going on?
How do they not take? How do they not take her? Well, apparently she's the only anchor there. You got the anchor. You got
she's all alone.
The janitor could have done a better job.
Is the camera guy?
You got the weather guy. You got the sports guy. But she was the only anchor. But how do you not take this off? They kept her on the air. Here,
okay,
listen.
Wait. Can I just mention something? At the beginning, I mean, first of all, look at her. She looks like she just came from a bar. She's all disheveled. And then when she started to read, she's like grabbing the desk.
Maybe they're all drunk.
Falling all over the place like the ground is moving beneath her.
All right, listen. There's more. There's 5 cuts of this. Listen.
Natural gas through Kansas and Texas. You see, massive underground stores of gas are at risk. Evacuations have been ordered for the town of Medford, Oklahoma, with unknown fatalities. Injuries injuries are unknown at this situation. All right, so, hello. Good
What did she say after that?
afternoon. Like I was telling you this morning, if you watched us this morning, starting at 6 a.m., 7 a.m., I told you, you know what, today, what a beautiful day outside. It is just amazing. And so, a great time for outdoor music. The Powers Park concert series kicking off this afternoon. It's a celebration of the...
She is slosh.
I could listen. I mean, this is a train wreck. Okay, this is old school, but remember 16 Candles when the sister is walking down the aisle and she's like following people? Like, she's that wasted.
I got to tell you, why doesn't CBS put her on the evening? I have not watched network news probably in 2 years.
Well, listen, you're talking about the CBS network?
Fire Nora O'Donnell, whoever's doing it now.
The Nora O'Donnell ratings are lackluster.
Get her out.
David Muir and ABC World News Tonight and Lester Holt, NBC Nightly News, they're pretty far ahead of Nora O'Donnell on CBS. So you're saying put this woman on with the drunk CBS Evening News, it would be a rating smash.
Bonanza.
If she read drunk news on national news, hey, President Biden flew over, that would be incredible.
Guys, wait.
Dude, she is tanked.
There's more. Yeah,
okay,
Rox.
Look, the frame that it's frozen on yours and Fester's computer right now, she is like happy. She's a happy drunk. She's like a cat that swallowed the canary, just raring to go and read her news. Like, no, not trying to hide it.
Now, Andrew, get the video up. So if you can get the videos up on mjmorningshow.com, we'll put the video clips up in the videos that we talked about on the show. So we'll put the drunk or listen, I don't know if she's drunk. I don't know if she's pilled up.
She's compromised in some way.
Yes.
Maybe they had a going away
Yes.
party for the weather guy before.
Something's going on here. All right, let's roll. This is only the first cut.
250th anniversary of the village of Lansingburg. Now, but they're going to do this throughout August, but it's just today's a very special event, and I just can't tell you how much I love this Powers Park event. And we got there early because they started it too.
Sounds like you really enjoyed the Powers Park event. Sounds like you had sounds like there was like a whole bunch of like free Tito's or something.
There was a Cheetos booth.
There was a Tito's booth.
So what you never see when you watch news, whether it's local or network, the anchor's hair is always really, really nice.
Oh, she's
Good
a wreck.
point.
This one's a hot mess. She's the hot mess express.
There's the going
PM.
away party.
All right, here we go.
And it was host to numerous concerts throughout the day. And so we started it off with that showcasing of muscle cars from the Adirondacks. Now,
Muscle cars from the
This is upstate New York, so the Adirondacks aren't that far.
Come on.
Have you ever sat on that chair?
She must have been drinking at this festival all day, and then she shows up to do the 6 o'clock news.
it was just a history of Lansingburg today.
This park is...
Who's this guy?
No,
That's the feed. They go out to the scene.
Then they went to a recorded.
God.
They went to a recorded package. Folks, that's just cut number one. Now, cut number two.
Also, people from all over the Northeast and beyond have flocked to downtown Schenectady since the Van Gogh exhibit hit here more than a month ago. Schenectady officials say the attraction...
There were so many people at this
I cannot think of a worse town to have to say drunk than Schenectady.
She said that word perfect.
Hey, Schenectady.
Look at her. Watch it with the volume down. It's not great for radio, but it's even more indicative of how drunk she is or something.
This
love her.
again, this is CBS 6. This is WRGB CBS 6 Albany, New York on Saturday.
has brought tens of thousands to the area just a month ago. All right, so our local CBS 6's and
She can't even.
McQuinn, she's so amazing, and she spoke with local businesses and as well as Discover Schenectady about the Discover impact that it's bringing to downtown Schenectady.
Schenectady.
Hey, blow into this device here. Oh, look, you're a 0.6 CBS. A CBS 0.6.
Hey.
What is that? Is that a microphone?
Folks, this is unbelievable. How did they let her stay on the air? I mean, I realized they had nobody else that could anchor, but how do you not just shut the news off?
Play commercials. Put on an infomercial.
Or just let the weather and sports guy go on.
on loop.
Whatever.
The sports package and the weather package is recorded. You don't need to.
No.
Is it not?
No.
Why is she the only person there?
The weather guy is about to come on live.
Why?
Because they're in the A block and the weather didn't
Weather
come on
guy
yet.
should have taken the.
Yes.
By the way, said, just step aside. I'll just
read the
handle it from
prompter.
here.
You think the weather's recorded? No, when you're watching the 6 o'clock news, the 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, the weather guy's there live or the weather woman.
Yeah, this whole crew needed to improvise better than what they
Okay,
did.
Johnny Storm, you're just going to step in here for a second, the weather guy.
So she talks for 25 minutes and then throws it to sports, and he's like, today.
They were all drunk. They all went to the party.
Here's cut 3.
All right. Thank you so much, Emma, for that report. The exhibit is open until August, so you can still check that out. Discover Schenectady. You should really check that out. They do so many good things in Schenectady. The leaders there, they are hopeful that that exhibit's going to bring even more events.
She is drunk college girl in the bar. It's so great.
She
Have you
like
been
goes
to
up and down.
Schenectady?
Okay, now look, if she really has a problem, I hope she gets. I don't know. Is she?
Yeah,
I'm
if you
sure
don't
she
get help
will.
at Charter, get help somewhere.
She's not drunk like that on the air every night.
No.
We're getting a lot of feedback that, maybe she's diabetic and her blood sugar is low.
I mean-
maybe she's having a stroke. Maybe she's having a medical
no,
episode.
she's not like the stroke girl.
No, she's either pilled
That's
up
drunk,
or she's drunk. Yeah.
Exhibits to the area in the future. And so moving on tonight is we have to tell you also, other news that's happening.
That's awesome.
Look at her hair. What's happening?
She is a mess.
Her hair is like floating out as she continues. Other things.
Listen, when you do like newscaster hair, it's not done like this as much anymore, but like you do like what's called a bump.
Yeah.
So you pull up a whole chunk of your hair,
Right.
and then you tease, and then it gives you a little bit of lift.
Is
what's
Craig
his
Gold?
reaction?
Hold on, I want to see her throw it to weather.
Here we go.
In the area and across the area in the nation. Let me tell you about this. A 4-year-old girl is actually dead. Another man is clinging to life after shooting in Ohio.
She smiled about that, guys.
She's smiling while she's talking about the 4.
She's actually dead.
Oh my
tell you.
God.
Literally.
People try and
This is a veritable train wreck, and they left her on the air. All right, here's cut 4.
More than 50 million people across the country's southeast are under warnings for excessive heat. And boy, don't you know that? 105 degrees in Texas today. I just spoke with my mother. That's what she's dealing with. It's a major heat wave. And it is it's just heading everywhere. We're so lucky. It's only 80 degrees here. We are really lucky here in the capital region. I mean, let me tell you about that. These areas are reaching such areas. I mean, it's Houston, Austin, San Antonio. I mean, they're not expected. It has happened. Like, you don't need us telling you that it's bad. It's like people are being told to like stay inside, drink a lot of water, and we are just lucky. This weekend right here is so amazing. Meteorologist Craig Adams is right here with your. I'm sorry, Craig Adams. Why did I say that?
So she
gotta follow that.
She says the wrong name of the weather guy. And then she's like, why did I say that? Introduces the weather guy with the wrong name.
Of course, clearly, like here, we're taking a live look over downtown Albany. And of course, just like me, meteorologist Craig Gold is working a double shift. And so he's
Sounds like you had a bunch of doubles prior to your shift.
And we've been tracking this. And, we've been talking about just like what it's been like across the country and the different reasons that why it's so hot in other areas. And we're having really nice weather here. So let's get over to Craig Gold. Hey,
Yep.
Craig.
All right, good evening, Heather. And
All right, so then he does a normal weathercast, and then they throw it back to her.
This guy should be fired.
He
This guy should be
He should
fired for just
Yeah.
lack of common sense to get the drunk anchor off.
Yeah, and just for not reacting to it, acting like everything's normal, like like he's part of a dysfunctional family.
Oh my God!
What's the anchor's name again?
It is Heather Kovar is her name. Heather Kovar, and according to Channel 6 WRGB, it's CBS 6 in Albany. She's on leave now, apparently.
Oh, what is it?
The station said that she was suspended pending further investigation. Like her credit card bill on how much she had to. I mean, come on, that sounds like alcohol.
It sounds like alcohol mixed with pills, maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah, and she sounded like she was so drunk, but she wanted to really try hard. She was going to overcome that drunkenness. No one was going to find out because she was going to try so hard and smile and be energetic.
But you look at her face, she's got that happy drunk face, and
yes,
her body's all over the place. Her hair is a wreck.
Been going at it all day.
I mean, it looked like she literally had too much to drink.
been in a nightclub.
Passed out in the front seat of her car in the TV station parking lot, and then they yanked her out of the car 2 minutes before the 6 o'clock news and put her on the set. That's what this is like. All right, last cut.
All right, tonight for more Saturday.
Then, wait a minute. Then I think her earpiece is out, and her earpiece is touching her microphone.
Oops.
So then you get feedback. Listen to this.
All right, tonight for more Saturday baseball, the New York Mets back in action in New York Series against their National League rivals, Miami Marlins. You know how much we love the Mets and the Yankees and all this, and we're keeping you up to date. All right, and so we're talking about sports, and so as we continue, we're going to let you know what we can expect as we continue right on in to the next break. All right, developing now, we are learning more of a massive explosion.
After an epic explosion.
And then they cut her off. Then they finally cut her off mid-sentence and they go to commercial.
She said ravels. We love these ravels.
There's a big explosion.
Yeah, she's the explosion.
But she was like, she couldn't even pronounce like the, yeah. One more time on the last cut.
All right, tonight for more Saturday baseball, the New York Mets back in action in New York Series against their
the New York Mets. Wow.
Amazing.
The fact that they let her stay on the air for like 20 minutes like that is just unconscionable.
So I understand that TV stations, especially on weekends at 6 o'clock, there's a skeleton crew there. There's the weather guy, the anchor, a couple of camera people,
sports guy,
and then a couple people in the booth. But nobody pulled her off. Nobody.
Listen,
you have to clean house.
Craig Gold here, and
I'm just going to read the teleprompter, and I'll tell you about the weather later.
Not sure what to do.
They should have just slapped on like an infomercial or something, or just go to commercial, do something.
Put on static.
Or the weather guy and the sports guy just carry the rest of the newscast. I don't know how the director in the booth doesn't say, get her off. In the control room, how they let that continue.
This is female Ron Burgundy.
Until she didn't even curse or nothing.
Stay classy, Albany.
Well, we'll follow this. Oh, and Kovar apparently just returned from leave. And she was, and this is sad, she was apparently with her father and helping her father out before he passed away. So
she was on bereavement.
She was on leave, and then she just came back, according to the Albany Times-Union, which is the newspaper. And she wrote in May on Facebook that the station has graciously allowed me to take some time off to be with my family. And
she could be having a hard time.
Yeah, okay, that's all well and good, but maybe you don't do the evening news.
What are you, though? It's Craig Gold here.
Craig Gold is such a perfect weatherman name.
She's saying it's sleep deprivation and exhaustion that caused her to slur her words.
Yeah.
All right, so this is new. This is a statement from her?
According to a texter.
Oh, a texter. All right, so, wow.
Listen, I've been pretty tired a lot. Don't sound like that.
I've been exhausted. I've been very tired, and I've never sounded like that in my entire 40 years of broadcasting. I first cracked the mic in 1982, folks. And this is 2022. I've been doing this for 40 years. I have never sounded like that.